guys, I played the welcome song today on my saxophone because today we are going to be making woodwind instruments, so I wanted to demonstrate some woodwinds. I have a lot of woodwind instruments because that's the main instrument that I play. So I've got my saxophone and my clarinet and some really cool flutes that I want to show you. But first I want to talk about how woodwinds make their sound. We talked about percussion instruments that make their sound when they're hit or struck. We talked about string instruments that make their sound when they're plucked or when their strings vibrate. Well, woodwind instruments get their vibrations from wind. We have to blow through them to make them vibrate. But that's not all we need. If I just blow through my saxophone without this piece here, it sounds like this. Not a lot of vibrations, not a lot of sound going on. But if I add this little reed here, this little piece of wood that's called a reed, if I attach that, now when I blow, my air is going to split across the top and the bottom of the reed, and it's going to vibrate a whole lot, and I'll be able to make some great sound. So to have a woodwind make vibrations, we need wind, and we need something to split the wind back and forth, like a reed. It's the same thing with my clarinet, which you've seen before. It's got a reed attached to it that splits my wind and makes the vibrations. I have a different kind of woodwind here. This is a flute, and it's a tin whistle. Now, with flutes, there's no reed, but the thing that splits the air is on the inside here. It's called a fipple, and it's a sharp edge that splits the air back and forth, and that's what makes vibrations. Here's what a tin whistle sounds like. It's a nice high sound, very pretty. And then I've got another flute here. It's got a sharp edge inside here that when I blow, the air gets split across it and it vibrates. But this flute, this is a Navajo flute, and it's a lot longer than my tin whistle. I wonder if it's going to sound higher or lower. If it's longer and fatter. Let's see. It sounds lower because it's longer. The vibrations resonate a lot lower than my tin whistle. So the longer an instrument is, the lower it is, and the shorter it is, the higher it is. All right, now that we've learned a little bit about woodwinds, let's build some. To make a woodwind instrument today, you're going to need a pair of scissors and straws. You only need one straw, really, but it might take you a couple tries, so you might want to get a couple to practice with. So your first step is take a straw and flatten about an inch. Flatten about an inch. You could use your fingernails if you have clean hands. You can use your fingernails. I just washed my hands. Or you could use your teeth. But be careful with your teeth and just flatten about an inch of the top of the straw. Next, you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut a corner at about 45-degree angle off each side. I flip my straw around. Cut off each side. I'm going to redo my cut on this side. So now you should have a pointy end of your straw that has like a V shape to it because we've cut the corners off. All right, that pointy part is going to act as our reed. It's going to make vibrations and split the air back and forth. So what you want to do to play your instrument is put the flattened side flat and then wrap your lips over your teeth like your little grandma, and then you're going to pinch your lips over the flat part, being careful not to poke yourself, but you're going to pinch your lips over the flat part and blow some air through, and that should cause some vibrations and make a cool sound. It's tricky to play, so don't give up if you don't get it at first. It may take some practice. You might need to bite a little harder, or you might need to bite a little bit less to let more air through. So here's what my straw woodwind sounds like. It's a super fun sound. I hope you guys try this at home. It's really fun. With my clarinet and my tin whistle and my saxophone and my Navajo flute, you could change the sound by moving your fingers, and that made the pitch go higher or lower based on if the instrument was getting shorter or longer. We can't do that with this. We can only play one note. That's it. But if I were to take a straw and cut the end off of this, it's going to get shorter and shorter, and the pitch is going to go higher and higher. So let's do an experiment and see what that sounds like. If you try this one at home, do it with a parent so that you're safe, because this is it's not safe to put scissors near your face. All right, here's how this experiment goes. Really, really fun. Okay, I'm going to make one more straw woodwind. Going to flatten out the top again. And I'm going to cut off my top corners again. And I'm going to test it out. Okay, sounds good. Now, what if I want to be able to change the sound, but I don't want to cut my whole straw apart like I did my other one? Well, I can put some holes in it that I could cover with my fingers and play it like a flute. So I'm going to come up close for this. I'm going to hold my flat part flat and then bend my straw sideways wherever I want to cut a hole. And then I'm going to snip a little tiny corner, make it a tiny corner so that your finger can still cover the hole when it folds out. Now I've got a hole that I can change the pitch of my instrument with. Let's hear what this sounds like. That's fun. Let's do one more hole. I'm going to do it pretty close so that I can cover it with my second finger. All right, I hope you guys give this one a try. You can play with putting holes at different lengths and see how that changes the pitch. You can try putting more holes than two, but make sure you put them close enough together that you can cover your with your fingers. If you do make this, I would love to see a picture of you guys making it. Send them to me at jpiota@sasno.org or to Miss Hewen so she can see them too. All right, let's move on to some sing-alongs. This is a classic. This is Down by the Bay. I want everyone singing along. This is an echo song, so I'll sing first. I'll sing Down by the Bay, and you sing Down by the Bay. Here we go. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mama would say, have you ever seen a whale with a polka dot tail? Down by the bay, down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mama would say, have you ever seen a fly wearing a tie down by the bay? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow. Back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mama would say, have you ever seen a crab doing a dab down by the bay? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow. Back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mama would say, have you ever seen a witch scratching an itch down by the bay? Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow. Back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mama would say, have you ever had a time when you couldn't think of a rhyme down by the bay? Excellent singing, y'all. Hey everybody, don't forget Wednesday is Earth Day, and that is a great time to remember that we are caretakers for this planet and we need to take care of it for the future. So in honor of Earth Day, I'm going to do a song by Beyonce called I Was Here, and it's all about doing your best in your life so that you leave a good footprint behind. So let's all sing along and do our best out there. I want to leave my footprints on the sands of time. Know there was something that meant something that I left behind. When I leave this world, I'll leave no regrets. Leave something to remember so they won't forget I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did and I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I wanna say I lived each day until I die, and know that I meant something in somebody's life. The hearts I have touched will be the proof that I leave, that I made a difference, and this world will see I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. And I did, I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I just want them to know that I gave my all, did my best, brought someone some happiness, left this world a little better just because I was here. I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. Miss y'all, hope you're doing well. I'll see you next video.